What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. This is Ryan with Elevate Security here. Now, in the last one we took a look, or maybe it wasn't the last one, but recently we did take a look at linenum.sh, which is traditionally it's been my preferred way of doing, my recon on privilege escalation. However, recently it seems like linpeas was getting a lot of publicity. It's been a new one that's come out that a lot of people are using. So I have been using that one recently, but in this one we're going to be looking at the unixprivatecheck, and I was just going to pull this up to show you. There's a winpeas and linpeas here, different ones here for privilege escalation. And this is very actively maintained. This is one a lot of people are using. Look forward to a video on this one soon. I need to do a little bit more testing with it, a little bit more experience with it, and then I'll share out what I know with you guys. But first, let's jump into the unixprivatecheck. This is another one that's been around for quite some time, and it's a tried and true method and a tried and true program when it comes to this stuff. So, just Google unixprivatecheck. You find a GitHub link for it. You just pull it down like you normally would any GitHub code. And let's just go ahead and host it on our system with the Python simple HTTP server module. So, the script is upc.sh. So, I prefer to go to dev.shm when I do this, because it resides in memory, if I'm not mistaken. So we're just going to go ahead and use wget to grab it from there. Put in my IP address, and upc.sh is the file that I want. So now that we've grabbed that, we will make it executable. And now that it's executable, we'll just go ahead and run it. And it looks like this is having some issues. I don't know if it's maybe with the script or maybe it is on this system. So what I'm going to do is we can pull in a fresh one here. Might have been a while since I last used this. So if I look for unixprivatecheck, I think that's what it was called. And yeah, this was from Pentest Monkey. I haven't used this one in quite a while, but as you can see, it's really old, probably not too actively maintained, but what we can do is just go ahead and we'll try to grab it. It could be that it's not working on current stuff and it's outdated here, in which case we'll just use another one, no big deal, right? So I'm actually going to go ahead and delete this from here. To recursively delete stuff on Linux, you can do rm-r. F I'll put for force just in case. And now you see it's gone. So now we'll grab this to git clone and pull this down. So now that we have that there, we'll go ahead and restart our server, and we will try to rerun this command. Let's first remove what we have here, right? And then we'll pull it down again using wget and make it executable again, of course, and then we'll try to run it once more. Yeah, honestly I think there's some issue with this script. I haven't used it in a long time, and as we can see, here's another way, right? You want to know what's going on with your tools. Find the GitHub page for it, and look at when it was when the last commit was. I'll give you an idea of whether it's actively maintained or not. It looks like this one isn't. Well, so we'll just go ahead. Let's see what else I have on here. There's a number of different ways to do things. That's a nice thing about Linux in general. I know I have, okay, there's a Linux exploit suggester. I think this is kind of like the Windows exploit suggester, but the Linux version of it, essentially. So let's just go ahead and pull this down. That's why it's nice when you have your tools in one place, you can kind of look back on tools that you haven't used in a while and refamiliarize yourself with it, and you'll always have them in your tool belt, right? I'll just go ahead and remove all this stuff here, and now from here what I'm going to do is just grab the file like I did last time. And now that I have that, of course, make it executable. And you'll see how the process is the same every time, right? Whoops, that was not what I meant to do. All right, so now we go ahead and run this, and it's just like Windows exploit suggester, right? Pretty cool, I would say. So it's looking for like kernel exploits and stuff like that. So it's running, you saw that command. This is the kind of output we saw at the beginning of our linenum.sh script. It's putting it in its own output format, but it's running, Linux commands in the background, and it's grabbing things like the kernel version, architecture, all this stuff here, right? And based off of, mainly off of like the kernel and stuff, information about the kernel, it's going to look for kernel exploits primarily. Check that against a database of CVEs, right? So when it does that, here it came back with a few possible exploits. I don't think it is fairly up to date. This one was Ubuntu 18.04, which is I believe that is the current version. If not, it's just below the current version of Ubuntu. So most likely we won't be able to get any kind of like kernel exploits on it. Definitely on the older stuff, like on the OSCP, a lot of times you'll be able to use kernel exploits on Linux boxes, because a lot of the servers that you're going to be dealing with on OSCP are pretty far out of date. That's where something like this could come in real handy, actually, to just get that quick privilege escalation going for you. So yeah, I hope this was of help to you. I know we deviated a little bit from the initial plan. Don't use the unixprivescheck. That's what we learned in this video. But I hope it was valuable for you guys to see the process of how to, pull something down from GitHub if you need to know that, and how to host it on your system, easily grab it on Linux. Linux makes this stuff super easy, just doing the file transfer stuff and running scripts and everything. So this was really simple, easy to do, and straight away from there we got a lot of information on our target system. So yeah, I hope this was of value to you. If so, please subscribe to the channel for more technical content in the security space, and also give me the like button. Or hit the like button. It helps me with the algorithms, and I will see you guys in the next video.